Is this how you're spending your weekend, Hazel?
No, I'm almost done. I just really want to watch this.
Sitting in a dark room watching television?
The best.
This part of the forest used to always spook me out. There's too many dead trees, it feels like a graveyard. However, you can say hi to the forest spirit. Hey, forest spirit. First question from YouTube user Step. What's your favorite color? Let's say pink. Why not? Do you like dogs? Yes. How many fingers am I holding up? Usually people hold up 3 fingers, in my experience. But I'm gonna say 2 in your case. Tell me if I'm right. Second question from Twitter user Pig. How many moose have you seen since that Alaska video? I thought it was brilliant. Love that it included some live action. I have a question for you, Twitter user Pig. What do you mean live action? These are not animated videos. And to answer your main question, I have no idea. That video came out in 2013, and every time I come back to Alaska, I see at least a couple moose. They've lived in my yard since forever, you know? I don't keep track of them. I have a couple of questions about music now from YouTube comments. From Charles Hayward, what's my process, and do I have any inspiration for my music? Or do I make it just out of necessity? To answer your question expediently, necessity. I only really like to use stuff that I made. Feel free to send music in to this email address if you want, but I much prefer to use stuff that I made. It cuts down on licensing things, it makes everything a lot less out of my control, you know? I used Google's free music they give you in the Creator Studio for a long time, and that's something I want to say. I don't make all the music I use in these. In a lot of the older videos, it's just music that you can get for free from the Creator Studio, but my friends were like, oh, come to Jake's videos and listen to the same 3 songs over and over again. And so I figured if I basically was just going to use 3 songs over and over again, I might as well make them. And it's really fun. YouTube user Doug Graham says that he likes my music and went to my SoundCloud. Oh yeah, check out my SoundCloud, link in the description. I was wondering what software you use or how generally you make your music. I can't demonstrate it for you because I went out into the lovely forest to do this Q&A, but I use GarageBand, and GarageBand comes with robot drummers, which I then bit crush so that they sound like they came out of an old Nintendo video game. And I have made a couple of instruments modifying default sine wave synthesizers in GarageBand so that they sound more video gamey. But I also like the arpeggiators and stuff. And functionally how I make the music is, you know, it's just basically just a 12-bar blues in A major. Like, that's what all my stuff is. Just the same 3 chords, and then maybe like some kind of thing on top of it. To answer the other guy's question, I don't really have any inspiration. I can hear people on the path. I wonder if they think I'm a psycho. YouTube user MLDG, very cryptic, said, what motivated you to be homeschooled? Well, pretty easy. My mom did not have a good time in school, and when she had a kid, she said, this kid's not going to school. I know at various points I could have chosen to go to different kinds of school, but, you know, real school is not like the Lizzie McGuire show. And every friend of mine that I have asked about going to high school, all of my normal school friends, when I say, hey, would you recommend high school to a kid? You know, they all say no. Like, almost uniformly. Do they say, that was a terrible experience for me, I wish I hadn't done it. And so, I don't know. Yeah, hashtag pro homeschool. Someone else commented, and I didn't take a screenshot of your comment, sorry, about how they went to high school, but they went for the athletics. They were like some kind of athlete, which makes sense. You know, high schools definitely have athletic programs, and that's a good way to get into a system to get like athletic scholarships for college. But I was never an athlete. I mean, look at me. I'm doing a daily vlog where I'm not even standing, I'm sitting on a log. Daily vlog on a log. Twitter user What Kind of Blue asks, are you working on any projects right now, writing a script, a book, etc.? Hashtag AskSTC. And the answer is that I am. I am always working on projects, different various things, mostly school stuff. I'm not really working on like a feature film of my own or anything. I'm supposed to be working on like sort of a planning document for a short film I'm going to make pretty soon for class. And larger than that, I'm working on sound and color correction for a feature-length movie which is going to premiere on May the 6th on my friend Jonah's YouTube channel. That's pretty exciting. If I can just get that done in time. Okay. Other things I'm working on, I'm the staff photographer for an on-campus literary and arts magazine, but that isn't really helpful to anyone unless you go to Evergreen. If you're seeing this and you go to Evergreen, go to the Greener store, pick up a free copy of our magazine. It's pretty nice. It's got some photographs I made in it. So, okay, one last question from Twitter user Tessa Violet. Where do you think you'll live after college? Do you have any plans? Washington, Alaska, Los Angeles? Oh man, I keep thinking about that. If what I do is make videos, I kind of need to be around other people who also make videos to make video making into a career, right? However, right, I don't want to go to LA. It is so expensive. And in Washington, it's real easy to be a musician, to be a painter, but no one does videos around here. I'm trying to set up a film festival with my friend for Vanishing Point, like I mentioned, and we have the same 6 movies that were in the last film festival a couple months ago, you know? There's no one around here doing stuff. Hey, if you're in Washington, if you're in Olympia specifically, you make videos, you want to talk to me, come find me, man. I need to talk to more video making people. But, like, this isn't a big thing here. Punk rock, big thing. Other kinds of music, they have a whole museum for it in Seattle. I don't want to move to Seattle either. And then in Alaska, I love it there. One of my favorite places. It's where I'm from. It's where all my friends live. But there's no videos there either. There's one like company or collective that does advertisements, I think, or maybe stuff for PBS, but there are no more tax breaks for film in Alaska because Ted Danson came and did a speech on how there sure are a lot of oil companies around, and then mysteriously all the film tax breaks disappeared and we don't have any more film companies. Isn't that funny how that works? Real mysterious. Sorry. So I would love to go do film in Alaska, and I think it would probably be like my most profitable option because my video about Alaska is my most popular one. But if I was gonna live anywhere, I'd want to live somewhere like this. That's like kind of small. There's still a city. There's lots of coffee places around. Washington is like Alaska, but nicer and with more people who are also nicer and more liberal. Alaska is so full of Republicans. It is amazing. And I guess Republicans don't make movies? And so that's a problem that I have been having in my mind for a long time. Ideally, I would go move somewhere that isn't America, but also America's the place that makes all the movies. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Maybe I can turn this into a business with, advertisements. 'Cause I'm so relatable. In other news, money. Cash dollars, right? People are always talking about money, especially on YouTube. It's really annoying. I think that the discussion about YouTube money is only second in annoyingness to the discussion of gear. Which is why I put all of my gear in the description of this video. If you like what I do, putting out a daily vlog every day, at 8 o'clock in the morning, sometimes, and you would like to support Save the Croissants, there's a couple of ways you can do that. One is at my Patreon, which is, I think, here? I don't have my little piece of paper out here with me. Patreon is a way to subscribe to videos. You'd pay a small fee every month, And sometimes you get rewards, like if you subscribe at $5 a month and send me your shipping address, I'll send you like a sticker or a pin that I have in my drawer. And also at $5 a month, you get access to all of my old songs that I made out of GarageBand loops when I was 11. It's very embarrassing. And a ton of like exclusive work in progress art. At $1 a month, I don't think there's anything. 25 cents a month, you know, like whatever you have. Or, right, if you want to just say, I like this, I've watched a bunch of them, I've gotten roughly $1's worth of value out of this thing. There's a thing on my YouTube channel called donate or something, and above it says buy me a coffee, because let's be honest, that's what I use my money for. Do that and you get to see an exclusive video. Just a thank you video. But if we meet like a certain amount of money on Patreon, I'll remove ads on these channels because I really hate YouTube ads. But you know, if you don't want to or can't pay for high quality internet content like this, don't worry about it. Don't even sweat it. These videos will always be free for everyone. It's just, I would like to break even eventually. And it's not like I can really put out an album. I mean, you've heard my music. It's terrible. That's all for this Q&A. If you want to see your question answered in a future one of these videos, or if you want me to do this every week, maybe. I mean, I get like 5 questions a week, and I can easily drag that out into forever. Leave a comment or tweet at me with the hashtag AskSTC. See you in a minute, probably. What a great idea, Jake. Well, what one of your classic great ideas. Take a hike. Do your Q&A in the forest. You know, it'll be fun. It'll look cool. Be sure to take a hike to do it, so you get a nice, quiet spot. This isn't where I came in.